Hello friends, welcome on 100 on 100 in Eco platform. And this is Professor Gauri Khare conducting preparation on prelim series for standard 10th and 12th ICSE and ISC. This session is for chapter supply and I will be taking up a few parts of this chapter, but before we get started, I'd like to request you to subscribe to my channel and do share and like my videos if you wish to. So we'll get started by discussing some of the factors influencing supply. The first one is the goals of the producer. A producer or the firm may have goal of profit maximization. If the goal is to maximize profit, the supply will be more if the profits earned by the sale of a commodity are higher. And the profits will be higher if the price is higher. So indirectly or directly, the supply of a commodity is higher when the price is higher or when the profits earned by the sale of a commodity are higher. Sales maximization, if that is the objective of the firm would like to maximize sales as a prestige symbol or will try to gain maximum market share by selling higher quantity at the same price or higher quantity at a lesser price. Or for standard 12th, you can also say try to sell more at the profit maximizing output. And for standard 12th, the third objective is to, or the third goal of the firm is to have risk minimization as its objective. Under such a case, the producer would like to supply minimum quantity or restricted quantity throughout all the time in order to avert any type of risk related to fluctuations in the price and levels of inventory. So this is all about the goals of the firm. The next is taxes and subsidies. Imposition of tax on a commodity like indirect taxes like GST or VAT lead to increase in the cost of production and thereby leads to decrease in the supply of a commodity, whereas subsidies given by the government leads to fall in the cost of production and thereby leads to increase in the supply of a commodity. And another factor that I will be discussing, that is the future expectation regarding price of the producer. If the producer expects a rise in the price of the commodity in future, the supply today will be less because he wants to earn higher profits in future. If the producer expects prices to fall in future, you can give example of a goldsmith, a jeweler shop, and you can explain this particular point that if the shopkeeper is expecting prices to fall in future, the supply today will be higher. So this was all about the various factors influencing supply. Now I move on to the concept of movement along the supply curve and the shift of supply curve. Students, there are various factors influencing supply and we have to bifurcate the factors into two categories. First category is the price of the commodity influencing supply. So the price of the commodity, only the price of the commodity being segregated into one particular side, and on the other side you put the rest of the factors. So when the price of the commodity affects the supply of a commodity, then we term it as change in the quantity supplied, or it is the movement along the supply curve. And when there are other factors influencing supply, we say change in the supply, which is shift of the supply curve. Now, movement along the supply curve, which is when the price influences supply, is shown along the same supply curve. You don't have to draw another supply curve. Remember, when there is the price itself of the same commodity having effect on the supply, you have to show only one supply curve and then show the effects diagrammatically. But if there are other factors influencing supply, you have to show a shift of the supply curve to the left or to the right by drawing another supply curve. So coming to a practical question, just answer my question, and the answer I'm asking you the question, answer will be given in the description box. Diagrammatically explain the effect of fall in the price of leather shoes by 10% on the quantity supplied. What will be the effect on the supply of leather shoes on account of fall in the price of leather shoes? Show it diagrammatically. Okay, so, and the second question is, the producer of dairy products who is producing butter or any other dairy product receives subsidy from the government for raw materials. By receiving subsidies, what will be the effect on the supply of dairy products? Show it diagrammatically. 2 questions and you have to answer them. I will draw the diagram of both in the next session.